welcome to another episode of It's Crystal Clear, a show that's designed to tell your money where to go instead of always wondering where it went. My name is Felicia Young, and I just want to simply thank you for trusting me to help you with getting yourself out of debt and living the life that you know is created for you. So, I need you all to know something. I need y'all to hear me. I am extremely proud of every single one of you. I am enjoying getting all of the feedback from the people who are letting me know how well they are doing. No matter how much life is lifing, y'all are keep moving forward. And I am so happy for y'all. So I have a group of ladies who I have been doing workshops with for several months. And a part of their sessions is an accountability portion. What they're supposed to do is to share their progress so we can cheer for them. Or they can be transparent and they can share their setbacks so they can get encouragement and they can get tips for how to get back up and keep moving forward. So this past session, it made me so hype. It made me so happy. I had 3 women who reported that they paid off their cars. Yeah. And what's next for them was they were going to use the notes to pay off other debts. Some of them were going to put their money into interest-bearing accounts to save up for what they wanted to do next. Some wanted to build up their emergency fund account. And we had one who just wanted to save so she can go on a trip. Awesome. Some of the women saved money. One lady was able to save $1,500. One saved $1,000. One saved $200. One of the ladies said that she had to dip into her savings because we recently had a storm here in our area and she had damage to her house that the insurance companies wouldn't cover unless she paid her big old high deductible first. But my response to her was, thank God that you were able to save money months ago so you could be in the position to pay for all of those repairs and not have to rely on the insurance companies. Y'all, we are going to celebrate all wins. No matter how big, no matter how small you think they are, we're going to celebrate. So there was one young lady in the class whose story inspired me to write today's lesson. So she was the one who saved the $1,000. She was so proud of herself for having access to that money and passing up Neiman Marcus. That was hilarious. She said before the classes, she would have been right there in Neiman Marcus. She would have ran inside and she would have blew every single dollar that she had. She said the difference now is she remembers me saying, what do you want to happen for yourself, for your future, that the way you direct your money today will help you? All right. She's a third year law student. She knows in her 4th year, she's going to have expenses that comes along with taking a bar. She says she has tests and other things that she's going to have to pay for. So she's saving up that money now, and that's putting her in a position to have everything taken care of. So all she has to do is focus on passing the bar and becoming a baddie attorney. That is phenomenal. I am so happy for her. For some reason, her story really inspired me. She had the dream of becoming a lawyer for years. She had dreams of being in a courtroom. She had dreams of trying cases. She could see herself trying those cases and winning. And she wanted to make a difference in this world. Y'all, we are all created to use our God-given talents to make a difference in this world. And we all have blessings from God that's waiting for us. But we haven't been given access to any of it yet because of how we're taking care of the blessings that we have now. So, the title of this week's episode is called, But Can God Trust You Though? Okay, so I have been doing these podcasts for you, just for you, for months. Every week for months. I've been giving y'all solid advice. I have been encouraging you. I have been very transparent about my own struggles. I have been very transparent about my own setbacks. So I hope by now y'all know you can trust me. I hope by now you know that I have your best interest at heart. I hope you know that I really do want to see every single one of y'all win. So, okay. So, since we got that understood, I need y'all not to be mad at me with today's episode. I don't want y'all to log off. Don't go watch another podcast because today's episode is going to be a little harsh. And I just need y'all to listen. I need y'all to get inspired. I need y'all fired up to do what you got to do in order to make some magic happen in your lives. Okay, so do not log off. All I need y'all to do is just listen to me and trust me. Okay? Okay. So in September of 2022, I was able to witness the coolest thing ever, the birth of my first grandchild. Y'all, he was a couple of days past his due date, but that was okay with me because he was born on the exact same day of the month that I was, the 19th. So I knew that that was going to be a sign that he and I would be the best of friends forever and forever. Y'all, when he was born, I slowed down my work schedule tremendously because I wanted to watch him breathe. I wanted to watch him smile. I wanted to be there when he started scooting all over the place. I wanted to be there when he started crawling. I wanted to be there to watch his first steps. I wanted to be there when he started talking, when he started feeding himself. I didn't want to miss anything about him growing up. It was like that stage of a baby's life was brand new to me. Now, I do have 3 children, but when they were born, I was in my teens and early 20s. I was newly married. I was trying to figure out life. I was working and juggling bills, got a divorce, getting a second job, dealing with adulting, and trying not to have a mental breakdown through it all. So, honestly, I wasn't able to witness every little detail about my children when they were babies. I missed out on a lot. So, with my grandson, I intentionally slowed my life down a whole lot. I want to watch him grow. He's such a cool kid, and he's so handsome. He's so hilarious. He's very talented, and he's so smart. And I want to see who he becomes in his future. I know he's going to be someone amazing and influential because he's amazing and influential right now. I'm doing my part to make sure he has what he needs financially to be amazing and influential. So I have a certain amount of money that I have going into an interest bearing account that he will have access to when he reaches a certain age. I want him to be able to purchase what he needs for transportation. I want him to have what he needs to have for housing, for his education. I am working to have him financially set. And I plan to be the one teaching him as he gets older how to tell his money where to go instead of always wondering where it went. I have promises waiting for my grandson. I designed it to be only for him, that he will have access to at different levels of his life. As he matures and he shows that he values those promises and he can handle those promises, they will be given to him. And I cannot wait. I heard a sermon, I think a few months ago, by a bishop that made me have that type of thought process for my grandson. His lesson discussed what's for you is for you. And he talked about how God, our Father, has blessings and promises waiting for us that will be given to us when we're ready. So he used his son as the illustration. He said he bought his son a luxury car. The car is for the son, but could only be given to him when he was mature enough to handle it. He said at age 6, the son has the car. It's for him. But there is no way that he will be given the keys because his son doesn't know how to drive. His son doesn't know the rules of driving, but it's still his car. He said at age 16, the son has a car, but there is no way that he would be given the keys because at 16, you know he would be speeding, he would be road racing, he would be tearing that car all up, rips in the seat from whatever did that, trash on the inside, gas always on E, because he doesn't understand the value of that car, but it's still his car. He said at age 26, the son still has a car, but there is no way that he will be given the keys because at 26, he will wear that car to the ground, driving it everywhere, putting 1,000,000 miles on it, not necessarily servicing it or maintaining it. Tires be all bald, oil change overdue, inspection sticker expired because he still truly doesn't understand the value of that car, but it's still his car. He said at age 46, the son gets the car. The son drives the car with care. He takes care of the car. He gets the car detailed. He get regular oil changes. He get regular maintenance done. The son appreciates that car. When the son gets in the car, he has pride as he listens to music on that surround sound speakers. And he has such a smooth ride. When he gets out the car, he has a swag with his walk. Like, yeah, me and my ride, we all that. At that point, the son values the promise that had been waiting on him all this time, waiting on him to become mature enough to handle it. The father finally handed over the keys to a promise that he had waiting for his son this whole time because the father knew he was now ready for it. Now, that made me think about each and every one of you and the promises and gifts and blessings that God has waiting for you. But he sees how you're handling your blessings now. And I think he decided you're just not ready for it yet. So you want to make $100,000 a year. Okay. You want a new Lexus or a new Tesla or a Maserati, a Corvette, maybe a Rolls Royce. You want a 2-story house with a pool in the back, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and a man cave. Okay, cool. But you're currently making $50,000 a year. You drive a nice 4-door sedan that's about 7 or 8 years old. You currently rent or paying a mortgage on a 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom home. Okay. You're spending every single dime that you earn. You're behind on bills. You don't have anything saved. You're living paycheck to paycheck, but you're still buying stuff that don't have nothing to do with nothing because you're a self-proclaimed shopaholic. You're totally not paying attention to where your money is going. Your nice 4-door sedan is dirty on the outside and it's worse on the inside. Got chip crumbs everywhere, dusting, oil light on, check engine light on, tail light out, flying over speed bumps, tearing up your shocks. Your 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house or apartment, you can barely get inside of the front door with all the clutter that's everywhere. Just stuff. You got dishes in the sink for days. You got clothes piled up everywhere, whether they're clean or dirty. Your furniture is all torn up. The grass is high. The weeds are overgrown. Windows are broke. Wait, you want a better job. But your current one, you're always getting there late. You're halfway doing your assignments. You're mean to your customers. You're rude to your coworkers. You don't respect your boss. You take long lunch breaks. You don't contribute to the success of the company. Leave early. And then you have the nerves to be mad because your check is short. But you want God to bless you with more. Okay, how is that even logical? How in the world can you want more when you're not taking care of what you have now? God has blessed you with every single thing that you have now. But he sees how you're blowing your money. He sees how you're dogging your car. He sees how you don't appreciate where you live. He sees how you treat your job. You're not being trustworthy with what you have now. Better yet, have you ever thanked God for what he's giving you now? Have you ever said, thank you, God, for what you've done for me so far? Do you appreciate what he's provided for you to have right now? You want more, but can he trust you though? Why would he give you more when you're not taking care of what you have now? I need y'all to take some time and just think about it. If you're a parent, and it's around Christmas time, and you make time to buy your kids every single thing that's on their wish list that they've been bugging you about all year long, begging and pleading, trying to make deals with you so you can just cave in. And on Christmas Day, voila, they get every single thing that they wanted. A week later is New Year's Eve. You see broken toys everywhere. You see pieces under the couch. They got pieces clogging up your toilet. You see pieces buried in a flower bed, or all that stuff is simply lost. All that begging they did all year long, all that groveling, all that, oh my God, I just have to have it. All that noise they made all year for what they wanted, for what they said they needed, and they trash everything once they get it. Okay, now, as a parent, the next time those little jokers ask for something, next time they beg for something, the next time they act like their lives would never be great unless they have it, the next time they have the unmitigated gall to open up their mouths to say, Mama, please, or Daddy, please, can I get it? Realistically, what will your response be? Think about it. You know all of the sacrifices that you had to make. You know all of the times that you had to spend, all of the money that you spent, all of the overtime you put in to give your kids the hearts of their desires, the things that they wish for, and they trash it, they break it, they lose it. As a parent who really do not want to give their children all that they want, how does it make you feel? Are you really going to go overboard to get them more next time? I feel that I can answer for you. Capital N-O. Now, if as an earthly parent, you tell your children no to what they want after you've seen how they treat what you've already given them, why in the world do you think God keeps telling you no? Because he hasn't been able to trust you to give you more. I know that sounds harsh, but I know that I am telling the truth. I need you to take time to think about it. Just block out all the noise that you got in your life. And I want you to take time to think about it. Are you taking care? Are you making wise decisions with what God has already blessed you with now? What you have now, y'all, he trusted y'all with it. He wanted to see how you can handle it. Whether it's your bank account, um, your material wealth, your physical and mental health, your career, your relationships, you're begging for more money. You just have to have more money, but you're blowing every single dime on crap. You're begging for a bigger house. You just need more bedroom space. You want a new car, but you can't afford the notes on what you have now. You are begging for a flat stomach. You want some muscles, but you're eating crap. You're begging for a clear mind, but you spend all of your time gossiping, watching trash on TV, listening to trash music. You're begging for a better job, but you're being a subpar employee. You're begging for a wife. You want a husband, but you're treating your current boyfriend or girlfriend like they're your enemy. How is God going to trust you, though? How is he going to trust you if you're already treating what he's given you like it's not worth anything at all? Now, I gave y'all my disclaimer at the beginning of this episode. I am investing my time making these videos to help you along your journey. I am doing the best I can to give you all the information that you need, giving you resources that you need so you can win. And part of that is to tell you things that may sound harsh. I understand. I know. But I need you to understand too that God made you promises of a life worth having. But can he trust you with it though? So I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say yes. Yes, God can trust you because right now you're going to take the necessary steps to show him you are worth God's investment. So, how are you going to do that? I'll let you know Step number one, you're going to stop and you're going to quiet the noise that surrounds you, and you're going to tell God thank you for everything He's done for you. Matter of fact, I would like for you to get a notebook or a journal, anything to write with, and write. I want you to list everything you can think of that God did for you, everything that you're thankful for, from the air that you breathe, to the job that you have, to the meat at the grocery store that was on sale for $4 and all you had was a $5 bill, for the surgery you woke up from, to the cancer treatments that you're able to have because you have insurance. No matter if a situation was horrible, I need you to thank God for simply pulling you through it. I need you to make time to sit in the thankfulness and the gratefulness that you have for God. Number two, you're going to make time to apologize to God for all of those choices that you made that didn't come from Him. Those places that you went, the things that you drunk, the stuff that you smoked, the people that you gave yourself to, the neglect of yourself, not treating yourself like the kings and queens that He created you to be. I need you to make time to tell God you apologize for all of that. Now, I do not want you all to write any of that down because I do not want anybody finding your journals and being able to blackmail you. You're welcome. We're going to let those confessions be between you and God only, period. Number three, you're going to make time to declutter. I want you to declutter your workspace, your vehicle, your house, your contact list on your phone and social media, and your life. God cannot bless you with more if you don't have a place and a space for it. Now, you heard me say your contact list. Watch the people who you allow to be around you. I want you to start being picky about who you allow in your space. What are they there for? What are their motives? What do they want? Do they add value to your life? Do you add value to theirs? If it's not, they got to go. God has somewhere for you to be. And you must make sure that those people who you allow around you understand your assignment. And they should be able to help push you in the right direction. And they should want to learn from you so they too can follow where God is leading them as well. Number four, you're going to get your physical health in check. So, how do you think God is going to bless you with more and you're not well enough to enjoy it? That doesn't make sense. What I want you to do is to make time to find out what exercises work best for you. And I need you to be consistent with exercising. I want you to make time to go to the doctor to get physicals. I need you to make time to get some lab work done. I need you to find out what's going on inside of your body. We have way too many diseases and silent killers plaguing our community. Most of the time, it's preventable if we're consistent with our checkups and if we're consistent with our treatments. Yes, I do know that there are some people who simply don't have insurance company. And what I think I'm going to do is to do an entire episode and probably have a couple of healthcare professionals on. And so they can talk about some options and some solutions for people who have low or no insurance coverage. I think that's going to be worth having. Number five, you're going to have to get your career in check. So if you're not making enough money where you currently work now, and if you have a desire, if you have a passion burning in your heart to pursue another career, I want you to do it. But you need to make time to find out what it is that will bring you that type of satisfaction and a bigger check. What will it take to get you qualified for a new position? Do you need to go back to college to get a degree or certification? If you do you qualify for grants? Do you qualify for scholarships to pay for the degree or the certification? What moves do you need to make in order to get your dream career? What I would like for you to do is simply ask God to make a way for it to happen. Now, I do not want you to go inside of your job, and I do not want you turning in a 2-week notice saying, Felicia said to quit. That is not what I told you to do. I want you to be very strategic. I want you to be strategic about the moves that you need to make and the research that you need to do in order for it to happen. If you love working for the company that you're with now, what you could do is let your supervisor or someone with authority know. Maybe there are advancement opportunities there that will pay for you to get more training, um, pay for you to get a certification for a new position. You just never know if you don't open up your mouth to ask and let it be known that you want to advance. Now, if you're content where you are with your job, you love your job, you love what you do, great, cool, that's amazing. But I need you to make sure you're the best employee you can be. But I also need to make sure you're saving and investing your money wisely, that your expenses are very manageable, that your emergency fund has emergency money in it, because we know at some point life be lifing. That company can go out of business at any time. They could have layoffs, or you can simply get fired because the company decided to go in a different direction. Now, God forbid if any of that happens, your lifestyle should not be spiraling downwards. Why? Because you made time to have money to sustain yourself until the next door of opportunity opens up for you. Number six, you're going to get your finances in check. Now, if you don't have the discipline with the $30,000 salary that he already has given you, if you spend every single dime that you earn, and if you charge everything else, if you're stressing and depressed behind money and payments, if you're paying minimum balances on maxed out credit cards, if you're not taking care of what you have now, how in the world do you think God will trust you with $100,000 salary? A lot of times, it's not that you need to make more money. If you're not disciplined to manage the $30,000, you're not going to be disciplined with the $100,000. And that's simply the truth. So, if you got an income tax refund this year, I want you to be transparent. Did you do anything with it to help you get out of debt? Did you invest it in an interest-bearing account? Did you do anything to help your money make money? Or did you simply go out and buy something else? Be transparent, be honest. It's just you in the room. So you're not going to be blessed with more if you cannot take care of what you already have. So that young lady at the beginning of this episode, the one who saved $1,000 and the one who did not go blow it at Neiman Marcus, she knows that God promised her that she will pass the bar exam. She knows that God promised her that she will become an attorney, and she's doing her part to save money to pay for the test and other expenses that she's going to have along the way. My grandson, who is the most amazing, smartest, funniest little fella, he has promises over his life too that God has in store for him. And God has allowed his dad, his mom, his Gigi, and all the other parts of his village to be in place to help him be prepared to receive everything positive that's for him. God has promises waiting for each of you. It's yours. It's only for you. And it's waiting for you. But you need to get prepared. You need to get in place. You need to be ready to receive every single bit of it. But the question is, when you get it, can God trust you with it though? I honestly think that he can. And I cannot wait to hear your stories of when he does, when he gives you every single promise that he has for you. That's going to be a great day. So that ends this week's episode. I hope after watching it that you all are still my friends. I hope that you're still going to be watching It's Crystal Clear podcast. I'm not too worried about that. I think y'all know that I got your best interest at heart and I want to see you win. But what I do want you to do is to encourage others to watch this as well. It's Crystal Clear Podcast. It's on YouTube, it's on Apple, it's on Spotify. So encourage them to subscribe and to share. As always, I want to thank my behind the scenes team for all of their work to bring me to you every single week. And I want to thank each of you for trusting me with you. So That ends the episode, but I want you to remember to dream big. I want you to stay focused, and I want you to live your best life within budget. I will see you next time on It's Crystal Clear.